Good morning and welcome to The Inquiring Cat Does Recruitment. Today I'm going to speak a little bit about social media, and whilst this is probably more suited to the younger audience members, I think there's lessons to be learnt for everybody about some of the risks of social media. Who doesn't have a profile these days on Instagram or one of the other platforms like Facebook? You only have to follow the press to see that sometimes politicians and celebrities get caught out by things they posted on social media a long time ago. The Me Too movement has certainly proved that. And if you look at our more recent political appointees, some of them have suffered too. And in fact, the Senate hearings in the American political system for the new Trump appointees has also been suffering from some skeletons falling out of cupboards. Now, we can be sometimes lulled into a false sense of security, which says that a conversation between us and our friends on social media is entirely private. Well, it might be if you've remembered to put your settings at entirely private. But there's a very good story from one of my friends. Their son decided after leaving Oxford University to go into the Teach First program, where this is where graduates go and help the teaching profession as a first career step and as really a taster to see whether or not they'd want to stay in the world of education. At one of the early lectures that they attended, the tutor apparently asked the students whether or not they would be embarrassed or compromised by anything on their own social media posts, given that the students that they were going to talk to and be teaching would undoubtedly be looking them up on social media, because, oh yes, they do. Of course, everyone looked down at their feet and thought, no, I should be all right. And at that point, the tutor put up on the screen in front of everybody some screen grabs he'd done from various members of the audience in front of him, but obviously didn't put their names there. And he said, you may recognize some of these comments as being ones that you made, but they have all been lifted from a variety of your individual social media profiles. And how comfortable would you be with any of your students seeing these on your profile now that you're a teacher trying to command respect and telling them how they should live their lives responsibly and decently? And of course, there was a general sort of discombobulation amongst the audience when they suddenly realized they were very exposed. And as a result, they followed the tutor's good advice and went back through their social media profiles as far as they could, scrubbing inappropriate content. Now, why is this important if you're not planning on being a teacher? Well, it's important because all employers now are inclined to check the social media profiles, not just LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a sort of rather separate matter because that's a business, or supposed to be a business platform, although it seems to be increasingly full of social warriors. But that is the business platform. But the chitter-chatter type platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and TikTok, these are the ones where employers will go and have a look and see what your inclinations, influences, and opinions are about things and your connections. And so if you're going to be applying for a job at any level, even at board level, you want to make very sure that your social media history is cleaned up if there's anything there that could compromise you. And it's maybe even more important than anyone realizes at board level, because as a member of the board of an organization, you are the ultimate champion and flag bearer for its standards and values. And if there is anything that the press or your consumers could identify on your social media platforms that would be contrary to the values the organization has, you could be in very serious difficulties. So that's my advice for today, is do think about your social media presence. Is it necessary at all? And if it is, clean it up and make sure it doesn't do you a disservice. I wish you well in your job applications this week. If you're making any, Keep going. There's a good job out there for you somewhere. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stand by for more episodes of The Inquiring Cat Does Recruitment. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.